You know, there's a big difference between right and wrong. And some decisions are easy to make because basically you're just determining whether something's right or something's wrong. And if you go to the Word of God and it's contrary to the Word of God, then it's wrong to do. But if it's something that is not necessarily clearly stated in the Word of God and you don't know the right thing to do necessarily, and you're not sure the wrong thing to do, the Bible tells us that in those decisions, and someone out there tonight is making some big decisions, maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next few weeks. But when you get to that point where you need to make a decision and it's not clear cut, it's kind of gray. When I go to the Word of God, I find in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1 says this. And the word you're looking for here is wisdom, because in decision making, it's not always right and wrong, black and white. Sometimes it takes some wisdom. But Proverbs 8:1 says, does not wisdom cry out and understanding lift up her voice? Meaning this, when you get in a situation where you're trying to figure things out, if you're petitioning God and saying, God, what's the right thing to do? What's the wrong thing to do? What's the wise thing to do? It says, does wisdom not cry out in those moments? Verse 2, she takes her stand on the top of the hill, beside the way, listen to this, where the paths meet. Here's where wisdom is. When you get to a point where you have to take this path or that path, where the two paths meet, it's the moment of decision. The Bible is clear. Wisdom cries out in those moments. And if you will seek wisdom and ask God for it, He will give it to you. And so whatever decision you're making or facing tomorrow or this coming week, or maybe it may be something very small, but it could be a big decision. If it's not clear cut right and wrong, then ask God to give you wisdom. And when you get to that place, don't fear getting there and don't dread getting there and don't worry about getting there. When you get to that place, and you'll know when you're there where a decision has to be made, just use wisdom. Wisdom from above. I hope to see you guys Sunday. God spoke a powerful message last Sunday, and I have certainly relived it all week, and just thinking about how even in tough times, God is working out His will in your life. And the Bible verse was, I believe, 1 Corinthians 4:5, where it says, judge nothing until it's appointed time. Basically, all that means is don't take a season of your life and think that defines your whole life. It's just a piece of the puzzle. So anyway, God bless you. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you have nowhere to go Sunday, come to Daniel Boone. Those doors are open for you, and we got a seat for you. Leanne, I love you. Hope you have a good weekend.